Hey, hi, how are you? Doing good? Gonna tell you something today, something that you might have realized or you might not have realized. Welcome to my corner of the world where I talk facts and I tell it as it is. I don't sugarcoat, I don't gatekeep, I just tell it as it is. So if you like someone to be real on YouTube, you want to subscribe to me. Okay, let's get talking. We use the comment area to just share our experience, and today we are talking, well, I am actually talking, I'm like right here, and I'm actually talking about how you are messing up your child's life, how you are messing up your kids. We are really messing up our kids, and I am someone that I'm gonna speak from experience, right? I know my children are all rounded. I know you see my kids, they're doing good, everything is good, or so I thought. Now, when our kids are younger, to be honest with you, do we really know what we're doing as parents? Do we really know? We just kind of follow what other people are doing and we just kind of just do what they're doing because it seems like the norm. And we just always follow this cookie cutter world or what we've seen as adults. Now, I grew up in a house, there was a mom, there was a dad, and I had my brothers. But were we the perfect family? No, we weren't the perfect family. Personally, there were a lot of flaws. There were a lot of flaws that I didn't want to bring into my marriage. I didn't want to bring into my raising my kids. But there was also a lot of good stuff. When I mean good stuff, that I was like, okay, that's a good value. I want to bring that into my family. I want to bring that into my children's life. But to be honest with you, in many cases, we're messing up our kids. In many cases, we're creating kids that maybe are afraid of taking risk, or maybe kids that are afraid to make changes that will upset you. So, for example, let me give you my own example. In all honesty, the current work that I do right now, and if you guys don't know, yes, I am a content creator, but also I am a programming specialist. I build software, I write code, all that stuff. I'm a nerd in hiding. So I do that on the side. Hard truth. Is that really what I wanted to do with my life? No. This might sound disappointing to some people that know me. That is not what I wanted to do with my life. What I wanted to do with my life was I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to teach little kids. I wanted to be a school teacher. But there came a point in my life when I told my parent that I wanted to be a teacher. Or did I even tell them? I think I was even too afraid to speak up. They just said, do what your brother is doing. My brother was into computers and stuff. So guess what? Now I'm into computer. And so I got stuck in that mindset. I've been doing computer stuff for the past 31 years. Yes, for the past 31 years, I've been doing things related to computers. Is it because I wanted to do it? No. Is it but I was too afraid to tell my parent. I was too afraid to tell because my parents were the ones paying the bills. You know, you're like, what mouth do I have? So a lot of times we are messing up our kids, and we see kids that grow up and then we think they want to be an engineer and then they end up being an actor or something. And we're like, this child has disappointed me and stuff. Can we just let our kids be whoever they want to be? Can we be the generation that changes that thing and changes that fact and just let go? I know you'll be thinking, you'll be like, oh, they will have better opportunity if they're doctors or engineer. They will have jobs and stuff. But are you God? Are you God? I really, even till now, I'm like in my late 40s. I'm 48, and I want to retire like yesterday. I just don't want, I'm just in this mindset that I'm just like, I wish I'd been a teacher. Yes, you think about being a teacher, you think about all this other stuff that teachers are going to, but I just wish for once that I had an opportunity to speak up. I didn't feel that I was allowed to speak up. And that's another thing. Sometimes we're raising these kids and we raise these kids so scared of us. We raise these children to be so scared of us. I was watching a video the other day and this mom was doing something. I'm not going to say the person. She was doing something and her child walked in and her child was showing her a paper or a drawing. And the first thing she said was like, oh, go away, go away, go away. Don't you see I'm doing something? Why do we always have to yell at our kids? Small by small, the kid will feel like, oh, you know, I can't do this. We have to have this open mind. I don't yell at my kids, to be honest with you. I don't yell at my kids. If I say I've never yelled at my kids, I'm lying. I have yelled at them a few times. Maybe I can count the number of times in my hand. And I have a 20 years old. I have a 16 years old. We create kids that are scared of us. We have kids running around that they can't even speak up. They can't even see anything. We have kids. I know a family very close to me that the kid, I'll be asking the kid a question. The kid will look at the father or the mother. Speak up. Let's start building up kids that have a mind of their own. When they're little, I know when they're little, we have to guide them in one way. But as soon as they get older, allow them to have some form of freedom to be able to speak up. You might say, oh, when you give them freedom, that's when they'll turn into bad kids and stuff like that. Are you God? I'm being very honest. We are a generation that we can change. We don't have to be like our parents' generation. I didn't have a voice. I didn't have a voice until I was in my 40s. How about that? I was always afraid, what will people think? What will people say? All this conversation in the corner that I'm doing, sometimes in the back of my head, I'm still afraid that, what if I say something that will upset someone? You know, the person that taught me to just pick up my mind and not care, that I care too much? My husband. One day I was saying something and my husband was like, just do it. And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, why? I'm like, well, people. It's like, forget people. Shall I do what you want to do? So I could go on and on about this because I know how it has affected me, and me being 48, and sometimes I'm even still afraid of, sometimes I'm afraid of saying the wrong thing and I'm like, oh, my parents, and I'm like, wait a minute, girl, you're grown. I'm afraid of saying the wrong thing and I'm like, my brother, no, you're grown. I personally don't want to have children that will be afraid to speak their mind. My kids know me. They know that they can say whatever. And I keep on reminding them every time. I'm like, speak your mind. They're like, oh, it won't offend you. No, it won't offend me. If it offends me, I'll get over it. Speak your mind. You only have this one life to live. If your child comes to you and say, I don't want to be a doctor, tell them, what do you want to be? It is their life. There was a friend of mine that told me about family friend that the child wanted to study something else. The parents were like, doctor. The child went through school, right? The parents were thinking that the child was in medical school. No, the child was studying what he wanted to do. Not until graduation, when they was announcing, the parents find out that, oh my gosh, this child didn't study what we wanted. What are you going to do to a 20-something-year-old child? Are you going to be the child? So we have to just allow our children to be whoever they want to be. Welcome. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. If you guys enjoyed this, thank you for coming to my corner of the world. I say it as this. Feel free to watch these other videos and subscribe to me, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.